Hello world, Jenny Lyon here. I felt a nudge today from Spirit to go online on my personal page and talk about how I've grown my online business whilst still managing my home, my children and my family, because this is important, right? So the reason is that I actually get a lot of messages from people and they say, Jenny, you seem to get it, you have it together. You just seem to have cracked the code of, having a happy life whilst you're still doing your soul work. And yeah, it's true. My images and my messages are not lying. When I say that I do something and when I say that I'm feeling something, I'm being truthful. So it's true. It's true. I'm sure you've seen people online, you think, oh my God, they seem to have got it so together. And then actually you may find out that their relationship is breaking down, or, their children are having some issues, or there might be divorce, or there might be something else. Hi, Melissa. There might be something else that is breaking. Their health might be breaking, right? They may seem to have success financially, but emotionally, maybe they have anxiety, So in this live, I'm going to share with you that, and the reason I was prompted was because I have these messages from people on a weekly basis. I don't know if it's admiration or if, whatever it is, but anyway, I want to share with you today what the keys are, my 5 secrets, if you like. And of course, there's a lot more to it than just these 5 steps. But what I'd like to set as a kind of, thought around being a successful female entrepreneur is that the times are changing. We are no longer able to fit into a patriarchic, masculine, and competitive driven space. In that space, women crumble. And that's been the only way before. They may not crumble on the outside, but on the inside, something else is breaking, right? So let's not pretend and do things that we're meant not to do, basically. Let's not be rational and mind driven when we are meant to be heart and intuition driven. Let's work in cycles with how things come to us, as opposed to forcing something into a round thing into a square hole. Let's flow with our intuition. Let's flow with what feels right, because that is the very key for any female entrepreneur or business owner to actually fully succeed long term. Because if you put in all the strategic masculine steps, you will get results. And I still think you need to have a business model and, working towards goals, etc., because that's what we've got to do. You've got to be sort of profit and financial driven as well with your business. So you can't just do it as a hobby. So there are those things that needs to be in place, of course. But that's like the container, right? And any woman, I spoke to a friend friend online, if you like, the other day. And basically what she was saying is that she can build up a team of people. She can get the revenue in. She can do all those things happening in her business. But then something else in her life crumbles, whether there is her own self-worth, so she just works herself to the ground, or her health, There has been some issues also with her children, but that was more, it's not exactly maybe related to the business, but there's something there. And then there's a sabotage every time she gets to a certain level. And then she has to not start again. But although on the outside, it looks like she's got everything, she's got a really successful business, she's got a busy life. And busy, is that successful to be busy? I don't know. So we were talking about the pains of the inside from this. So that's not success, right? That's just feeling that you're failing all the time, right? So this live today, I'm going to tell you the 5 things that I believe is very important, whether you are established business owner and you're earning lots of money, but there's cracks in other places in your life. Whether you're a new business owner and you're excited to get going, there will also be cracks in parts of your life, most likely. Whether you want to go to your next level and, you understand that there's some more internal work that needs to happen for you to go to that level. So let's do the 5 secrets. So the first one I want to talk about is, I advise all my clients, and this is what I've done myself as well, by the way. So all these things I teach, I do. Okay. So the first one is, learn as much as possible about yourself. And that means not just what color you like in, of your clothes, or what color hair you like. No, learn as much as possible about yourself. What makes you excited? What is it that makes you really thrilled and excited in life? What makes you feel passionate about doing, with your business, whether it's in your business or even in your private life? Do you need a lot of space? Are you a people person? Are you allowing yourself to be you? Are you a bit of a loner? Or are you a party animal that likes loads of people all around you all the time? What kind of person are you? That is your key to listen in to what you need, what is okay for you, what makes you excited, what feels right in each moment. Hi, Ferris. That is the most important thing you will ever do. Self-investigation, right? So what I learned about myself. Okay, so I have learned about myself that I want to be a present parent and a present wife. And I'm super passionate about my work. Like, I am obsessed about energy. I'm obsessed about shifting the frequency of this planet, because that's what I've come to do. But actually, I have learned about myself that I can be everywhere. I can be right in there with my kids. I can be there right in there with my husband and listen to him. I have made mistakes. It's not like I'm always done that. I can be fully present with my clients. I have learned about myself that I need stimulation everywhere in that sense, right? And I need a lot of time on my own. I spend the whole day in my house on my own. And with you guys, I'm talking to you now. I don't need to travel. I don't want a lot of hustle and bustle. I need peace and quiet. My home, I have equipped in a way that it's a super tranquil place. I have healed the earth, the ley lines here, and the geopathic stress. I have a higher consciousness machine that is sending frequency to my house. I have high frequency crystals around me. My feng shui in my house is wonderful. So I know that I need this. I have learned enough about myself that I need this to be happy. And this is more important to me than anything else. So the balance, the happiness, the frequency, the joy that I can have in every moment is more important to me than everything. And that's including with my loved ones, of course, and doing my soul work, right? That's number one. I want you to learn about yourself as much as possible that you absolutely need. Hi, Cindy. Sorry, I was so into the session there. I was not saying hi, Cindy. Hi, Melissa. Hi, everyone. Hi, all beautiful people. Okay. Second thing is boundaries. My son called me there. I'm a bit hard. He says you could be a little bit soft. You do boundaries, Jenny. But mummy, who says, but I like when there's no boundaries, mummy. So anyway, that's boundaries with kids. That's one thing. You've got to do those as well. So when I say boundaries, I used to say yes a lot because I was afraid that if I didn't say yes, I wouldn't be loved. I wouldn't be invited next time. I wouldn't be well accepted, I suppose, right? I used to say yes to fill my time so that I didn't have to be on my own. This was like before, when I was younger. I used to say yes for all sorts of reasons. I wasn't putting any boundaries there. Like now, if I get an invitation to go somewhere, I am being very selective. I am being selective whether there is going to be a good frequency of people there, whether it's going to really help me feel better about where I'm at right now. If it's going to be fun, of course, you want to have fun, right? That I'm just talking about invitations now. But what I'm trying to say is the boundary of your own energy, the boundaries around what feels good for you, the boundaries whether what you need, check in with yourself. Also boundaries in your family. So I used to be a lot worse. Like my kids and my husband, everyone took a piece of me all the time. And they still, look, we're nurturers as mothers and females. It's just inheritary. This is what we do. We nurture the world. So that's fine. But if I don't set boundaries and protect my own well-being and just give, then I will run on empty, and then I get ratty, and then I get snappy, and then I don't deliver from the depth where I want to deliver, right? So I learned that even setting boundaries for things that seems quite simple, so we want to have all of a healthy meal as a family, right? And then my husband doesn't cook, and I don't judge him. He doesn't cook. I knew he didn't cook when I met him. So what do we do with this? If I don't want to cook, so I decided that if I don't want to cook, I will obviously make sure that there is something to eat healthily for the children and for us anyway. But I decided to make my own rules about what feels good, and also my attitude around it, that actually you can just make it very quickly and easy without feeling like, oh, so heavy that I have to do this all the time. Me. And again, if the love tank is empty, when you're doing anything nurturing, when you're doing anything as a parent or as a wife or as a sister, brother, whatever, it feels draining and you start resenting. Yeah. So boundaries on what is okay for you. Even checking in, this could be self-sabotaging, boundaries on when you should go to bed. So I used to be staying up a lot, and I stay up sometimes late because I'm this person. But even boundaries to yourself, I need to go to bed. Love yourself enough to set a boundary of how much rest you need. Okay? Because rest, I'm talking about really basic stuff here, but I'm talking about it because it's so important. So boundaries is super, super important. It's going to preserve your energy and it's going to preserve your performance. And I'm talking performance here on a deep level, not just performance doing, performance of being present with your children, performance being present with your clients, performance being present with yourself, with your husband, with your wife, with your, your loved ones. because that presence and being fully energized and being fully there for someone, the value in that as a human is much more valuable than a tired, non-present, stressed parent, right? Because that existence is torture. So to set your boundaries, and that could be anything from, also my son is very, he push a lot, you know, they do push a lot to kids. And I think they're there actually to teach you that you can have boundaries and it's okay. So I will just be honest with him. And I say to him, no, mum is too tired now, but we can do it. We can do this in about half an hour. And then we can do this. And he might say, oh, I want to do baking at 6:30. And I'm like, well, no, we're not going to do baking now, but we can do this instead and give something little instead. So I'm very good at shifting his attention so that he gets something, but I'm not saying no to him, but I'm also checking in with my boundary, what's okay. But I used to say yes. I used to drain myself to the bone and I got sick, right? So that's not a good way of doing it. So yeah, you can't pour from an empty cup. No, you can't pour from an empty cup. So boundaries. Now, third one, this is for all female business owner, especially solar-led. Well, no, actually any business owner who's a female, because we have the juggling act happening all over us, all over our life, whether we, are soul-led or not. So all business owners. Take the support that you can. So ask for help and say yes. And for some people, that's really difficult because they haven't done it before. They're like, no, be all right, I'll do it myself, yeah? They will fix everything and everyone themselves. They will control the situation by fixing everything and then just do it themselves. So that's like, that type of behavior is never going to get you, well, it's going to make you feel burnt out again, right? So take the support. So for me, that was going from somebody who did everything myself. I did the whole house. I did my business. I did all the cooking. I did everything. My husband is amazing for the last few years. He's been amazing. But this was before. Did all that. And it took me to basically have a really bad birth with my son in 2014, complete adrenal burnout. And on my knees, I didn't walk my daughter to school for 6 months. I didn't take her to school for 6 months because I couldn't get out of the house. Like I could, but like not at that time of the morning. It took me to that place so that I had to take the help. So at that point, I was very lucky. I had a cleaner, I had a nanny, I had my mother-in-law, and my husband was helping me also. Everyone was helping. The neighbours were helping. They were taking my daughter to school. So I had to do it. I couldn't say no because I couldn't do it. So it had to get to that point for me to, I feel quite emotional about it actually. So as you can see, I feel quite emotional about it. And that's not an option, that's not really an option for somebody who has so much to give, for a woman who has so much genius, for a woman who has so much love and so much transformation to give to this world. That is not a good way of being, right? I feel really emotional, so I might cry in a minute. So what I'm teaching my client, I'm still teaching myself this, but what I'm teaching my clients is that you can, with the right tools and the right insight and the right awareness and the right reflection with yourself and the self-love, you can have everything. You can do it well. You can be successful. You can do it. You can do it. Okay. So take the support. Now, I still have some support now. It's a bit different now because I'm not sick, but I stop a lot. I just stop. Thank you, Ferris. I stop. I don't do things when I don't want to do them. If I have extra energy, I do a little bit more. I check in every few hours with where I'm at with my energy. Make sure I take what I need, including obviously regular meals that are healthy and exercise, which is, the vital part of your daily life. So yes, so I have support, like I still have support, but not to that extent because I can walk to school now. It's fine. But so yeah, so not a good way to get it to that point. Now, the fourth one, oh, the other one was saying that be really clear. So be really clear with yourself. I need help with this. I need help with that. I need help with this. Yeah. So just be honest and be clear and just take the help, and don't be afraid of asking, without being overusing someone's kindness. Of course, you don't want to be sort of like, I was paying for cleaners and nanny at the time, so that was fine, paying for that. But you wouldn't overuse a friend, over their limit, of course not. But just be mindful, but ask and be clear with what you need. No one can read your mind. Like, no one will be able to read your mind. You need to tell them what you need, including your partner, including your children. Be clear. This is another thing. Women are not clear enough to say what we need. We just go, oh, I need something. I don't know what it is. And I'm trembling here. You need to be clear what you need, okay? And then communicate that. Now, the fourth thing, be organized. So I have created a successful online business by being organized. I'm very organized. I make sure there is no food shopping to be done in the week, like really basic 3D stuff. My husband's very good. He will go food shopping anyway, but make sure everything is organized in the week. So I'm not running last minute going, what do I need? I have all the packed lunch ready for the kids. I have all the clothes washed, because in the week I'm working and I'm with the children. And if I go to events and if I need to do some other planning, I'm available to do that. I'm organized. I plan ahead in the time I got for working. I make sure I plan what I'm doing with my business so that I'm not sort of like last minute doing things. I plan ahead and work towards my goals. Step by step. They might not be as fast as for somebody who doesn't have kids and who has a relationship. Some of my maybe not so much my clients, but some colleagues that I see online that I know as well, they're not married and they have no children, so they have more time to do their business. Perhaps they might even overdo it, actually, because it can get a bit obsessive then. Or they just have more interests, more hobbies, perhaps as well. They might do some more things that, is outside of their work. But yes, so I may not go at the pace that I'd like to, but that's okay, because I am going to go at the pace that suits my life and that suits my children, that suits my husband, that suits my happiness, right? But I am building and I am succeeding and I'm working towards, every day I'm taking steps. So I used to want it to go much quicker, but I let that go, because otherwise I can't have a happy life every day if I push too hard. So be organized. The fifth thing I wanted to say, my secret for you guys today, is to shift all your beliefs of how it's supposed to look like. So look, you may have some beliefs around what a successful life is, and you maybe not haven't even reflected over them yet or thought, so my beliefs around a successful business was that I had to work really hard. That was my belief, that I would have to work so hard. And that belief is not there anymore, but I was working under that belief for a while. And that wasn't helping. That was really, I was just like in this, churning it out type mode. And I'm a very sensitive, spiritual person, so it does not suit, doesn't suit, but it's just very hard on my system, if you see what I mean. I think it's hard for anyone's system. But yeah, so basically shift your beliefs of how it's going to look like. Because to me, check this out. So it's not happen to happen this week, because this week I'm doing a 5-day masterclass, money money workshop for one of my smaller groups. But usually, now this is my new thing. So I checked in with my intuition and everything not so long ago, and they were basically saying that I should be working 3 to 4 hours a day, and I will, hi Sophie, working about 3 to 4 hours a day, and in this time, about 3 to 4 days a week, depending on how it was going. In this time, I will be able to achieve as much as I would as if I slugged my gut, basically. So I've started to implement it, and actually it feels a lot better, and I feel much more, I'm getting even better results. I'm having more clients turning up. Some are in the pipeline, some have signed up. So it's like going well. And I'm just like, okay, good. So for this week, I'll do a masterclass every day now for 5 days. But usually me now going forward, I block out 2 days a week where I'm not working. I might be doing a little bit of reach out to, I've decided I'm going to do a little bit more podcasts and things, but that's kind of just sending an email and maybe an hour of a little bit of networking, online. But from doing what I was doing, just building and, working more and more is going to be better and all this was really not working for me. So that's the 5 things. So the first one was self-love and learn about yourself. The second one was your boundaries, about not just yourself, your own boundaries, but boundaries to other people. You must take support from every corner if you can, and be grateful because you are supported. The universe is supporting you. Be organized. And if you're not an organized person, well, you can start practicing. You can start practicing being organized. And then the 5th one, shift all your beliefs around how it's supposed to look. So it's like I said, I thought it was going to be hard work and I have to really work hard to make a successful business. Now I'm like, no, I'm not going to work hard. It's going to be easy. I don't want it to be hard. Why? So that's also what I teach my clients, to shift their awareness, around this, because all my clients are women pretty much. I have a few male clients in my one-on-one, but the females they know this, what I'm telling them inside. They know this. They're like, aha, this is what I've been feeling, but it almost feels like I needed that validated. And yeah, it's true. I don't think we need to work more than like 15, 20 hours a week. And then the rest, we open up for expansion. And how your success is going to happen in that 15 hours, well, it's going to happen if you believe it and if you take inspired action steps, and have a goal and a vision. You need to have some to work towards something, because otherwise you've got nowhere to direct the energy. So of course you need this. So yeah, that's it for today. Anyone who would want to join my money making workshop that starts in 2 hours, you can still join if you wanted to join me. But apart from that, I don't think I have much to say now. If you're interested in any of the type of work that I do, feel free to send me a message. And yeah, we can talk. Have a wonderful day and hope this helps. And let me know if you have any comments on this and feel that this is going to help you if you start applying this, and if you get any results from it. That will also be awesome. See you soon. Bye, beautiful people. Bye, world.